Hey, what's good, champions? Arian, Tyson here. Real quick, I wanted to shoot this video to give you 2 ways how to inspire yourself. And people ask me, how are you so inspirational? How are you so motivational? And I'm going to share with you a couple things that work for me. And I'm talking about what I do when I'm not feeling it. And, I feel like it's you may feel like it's a hopeless situation, or, ask yourself, can you pull yourself out of it? You might ask the question, how often do you succeed? I'm talking about self-inspiration. Self-inspiration is the ability to take yourself from bored to passionate, from stagnant to taking action, from being discouraged to being excited. And it doesn't depend on external assistance. It does not depend on something on the outside. Self-inspiring people can inspire themselves and likely inspire others anytime and anywhere, regardless to what they may be going through personally. Believe me, I'm a witness to that. Self-inspiring people get things done. They get things done. And we have so much help available to us. As such, it is tempting to look outside of ourselves for all the answers. But as I've said before, we already have most of the answers if we're willing to think deeply. So I want to share with you 2 ways that I inspire myself and 2 ways you can inspire yourself. Number 1, inspire yourself by focusing on positive outcomes. Think about it. When you picture yourself holding or wearing a gold medal, let's say you are a track star, that prize will inspire you to work hard. It's not just for the glamorous activities either. Just today I inspired myself to clean the kitchen. I didn't feel like doing it, but I picture how happy it would make me and how much enjoyable it would be for me to fix food in a clean kitchen later today, right? Simple, right? Most answers in life are simple, but simple solutions are not always evident in the moments of struggle. How many times have I not cleaned the kitchen in that scenario? Many times. And you probably are guilty of that too. Much of our success in life, financial, relational, physical, organizational, comes down to our habits. If you can get into the habit of focusing on positive outcomes rather than excuses, you'll achieve more positive outcomes. I can recall a couple excuses I had not to clean the kitchen. And in retrospect, I'm glad I ignored them and focused on the positive outcome. And then the second thing that gets me going, that helps me inspire myself, is that you have to self-inspire by removing hurdles. Think of something you're having trouble being inspired for. And are you lacking general life inspiration? Inspiration to write a book, inspiration to get in shape. And I mentioned those 2 specifically because I was actually dealing with that at some point. Whatever it is, once you're focused on the issue, you need to dissect it and find possible reasons for your lack of enthusiasm. There are likely several emotional blocks, excuses, and fears to deal with. But here's the good news. These can be thought through, and these can be defeated. At first, I thought of inspiration as the realization of something positive, such as being inspired to paint when seeing a great painting. There is, however, another way that inspiration works. If we can simply remove the negative obstacles that are in our way, the freedom that is naturally generated will be inspiring. In other words, we automatically become inspired when we see the light at the end of the tunnel. And as we see more light, removing obstacles, our inspiration increases. Imagine seeing no restraints in pursuing your dreams. I'm going to say it again. Imagine seeing no restraints in pursuing your dreams. Now that is exciting. And I hope that you're getting something from this. In the end, we must realize this. We have to take action. As you can understand now, inspiration is the complete feeling of freedom to do something good. If we can quell our internal doubts about something and are left with no more excuses, we'll be inspired to gain the benefits of doing it. Think about this. When you're looking at a goal, when you're looking at the goal, there will always be obstructions on the road to get there. Some of them are real. You will have to jump over them, run through them, or go around them. But most will be imaginary obstacles that our mind creates out of irrational fear. I went through those doubts internally. I find it's easier to do when I write them down. And when they are 10 plus doubts involved, it's absolutely necessary to process them out of your mind. So here's my challenge. Practice by writing down doubts that you know are holding you back. About one goal at a time. Match every doubt that springs up with a logical solution or a counter argument. When you finally see a mostly open road ahead of you on the way to whatever your goal is, you'll be inspired to walk towards it. You might even be inspired to sprint towards it. But remember, life is not always about the sprint. In many cases, it's about the marathon. But as long as you maintain course, you'll find victory road. So I wanted to share that with you. I trust that it was of value to you. If it was, feel free to leave me a comment. Feel free to share this video. Remember, in life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. It's yours truly, Arian Tyson, the Moving Motivator, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.